Oh, good evening, everybody. How goes it on this fine and lovely Tuesday evening? We hath approached the dawn of a new season. Here in the land of SRS, and I am pretty excited. Hopefully this is showing. I should have removed the start soon. Yep, okay, cool. Voila. We're all good. I think. Hello, Lupa. Hey, you've been released from SRS prison. Congrats. Starting sooner for Trabant. Yeah, makes sense. You know what, actually? I've loaded up the wrong session. Hang on. I know what I need to do. Let's be real. This car is not exciting to drive. So, we're gonna make it a little more juicy. Warden told me at the gate, I want to see you here again. Say, hey Adam, hey Lupa, how's it going? Alright. I don't know how much time we have. We got 20 minutes. That's plenty. Alright, we'll see about that. Well, hey, here we go. Ooh, have I done bad? Okay, we're good. I clicked go, I didn't mean to, but I guess we're going. We're going straight into this. We're already racing. I thought it'd be better to put together a race thing that's mostly going to matter here in this car. is actually racing. The AI are already off to interesting tactics. Even Juan, hello, how's it going? Yep, best of luck to yourself too if you're joining in. These AI are doing interesting things. What are they doing? Oh, God. Hopefully real people aren't going to do this. Ooh. I need to, like, calibrate my mind into driving a front-wheel drive car. Yeah, for Kuno Silverstone is awful. I can tell. I can tell. I need to wire my brain into driving a front wheel. I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, let's give him a push. Yeah. Probably could have been a bit more subtle about that. Just kind of rammed him. Okay. That's a bit more like it. Didn't really work. Didn't helping me too much though. However, Pro Tires works for both cars this season. Thank God. But yeah, I guess to explain this season a little bit. Oh God. Whoops. This season is it's a bit of a concept season in SRS. I'm trying something a little different. In the sense that I've kind of gone for a historic race meeting theme. I've taken some creative liberties in the sense that we're going to be running 2 different layouts, but that's just for the sake of keeping things interesting. But every week, both of these series, we're going to be heading to the same venue and doing technically 3 races, because there's 2 races here in the Trabant, both 15 minutes. Before we then progress on to the Lotus, where we run the big boy track. In the Trabant, we'll just be running a shorter layout. A bit more condensed, a bit more suited for these cars. And hopefully it should be fun. We made issue with Silverstone loading into SRS, so the CSP crashes the game only on SRS. Huh. Okay, I wanna restart this. The gear ratio seems fine. Pressure seemed okay. Strange for Kuno stock track. Yeah, that is strange. Ooh, this car sits really high. What if we just slam it to the ground? What does that do? Okay. Brake bias at 58. We can lower that some more. What does it get at 40? Ooh. Do I have... Ooh. No, I didn't. Okay. Hello, Vigilio. How's it going? I was kind of surprised to see that this... Yeah, 2 15-minute long races in the Trabant. 2:15. We're also only doing 5 minutes of qualifying. Because let's be real, qualifying in these cars isn't going to be that interesting. Oh my god, AI, please. The standard 20 in the... It does look cool, but it still sounds like a blender, yeah. The glorious 2-stroke. Yeah, Lotus, though, is going to be the standard 20 minutes. I've thought about playing around with that, but I feel like 20 minutes is almost, like, perfect for me. But, like, 20 minutes is short enough so that if you hate the combo, it's over quick enough and you can move on with your life. And if you love it, the races are long enough to get a decent chunk of action in. Whilst like 30 minutes and stuff, I don't know, I really... Yeah, it's only the Lotus, From what I heard, the Ferrari kind of trounces the Lotus. Because I think they're from different years. The Lotus is like early 1970s. The Ferrari is mid-late 70s. So... Yeah, exactly. I feel like it would need a pretty hefty BOP to bring it down to par with the Lotus. So I was like, just make it Lotus. Gives people an excuse to drive the Lotus. I have to be careful on these downshifts. Circle was fun, I remember. Oh, I've punted the AI. Oh, he's fishtailed into me. Off I go. Sounds like I need to add more pressure to the rears, though. Minus 1.2, 1.5. Okay. I can't imagine any track where I'd want to increase these gear ratios. Or do they get small? Nope, they get bigger. Can't think of anywhere where you'd want this on the Trabant, but it's available. Is there a track where you just drive down the side of Mount Everest? Maybe it'd be useful there. I can't think of anywhere else where it would be. Jägermeister hits different tonight. Let's try. There isn't a lot you can change on this car, which is a bad thing. But, on the famous 24 is the Trabant, you could see the lung ratios. Where was that done then? Oh yeah, I forgot I'm in a live race. I'm actually gonna... The AI are bad, so I'm actually gonna just go into solo practice. Want to get some actual proper driving in this car. Maybe. Well, I just wanted to double check it was like Le Mans. But even then, I feel like you would struggle to make use of all of that at Le Mans, given just how fucking slow this thing is. You know, when you make like the same amount of horsepower as you do cylinders, you don't have a lot to play with. Or maybe you could use... Okay, I read that wrong. Sorry, yeah, I read that completely wrong. Ah yes, the king of speed is playing from Daytona. We're definitely going to be going fast. That reminds me, I should have put a poll up. Look at the speed. Oh, 80 mile an hour. I'm sweating. I have no clue when the optimal gear shift point is on this thing. But this setup is feeling pretty decent. How's the slipstream in these? From what I could see on the AI, it's okay. The problem is the car is so damn slow that you're not building much of a run even in the slipstream. You're building more of a run than you would do without it, obviously. It's definitely beneficial. To a reasonable degree, but you're not gonna, like, leave someone standing if you're getting in their slipstream. So yeah, I might have shot myself in the foot with this series, because we are kind of relying on competitive or bigger grids. Yeah, the that's the thing. It's gonna be kind of like the Ligiers, but they're bigger. So, it'd be interesting. I've never done a race in these Trabants with more than like 4 people, so it'd be interesting to see how these cars actually go in a competitive format. But given they're doing 1 minute 30 laps around this track, I can imagine they do like 10-minute laps around the full Grand Prix course. Can I just lift into stow? No. I needed to brake. Oh, shut up, game. We're going into the pit lane. I mean, if you were in the Ligier, you'd probably find driving through the pit lane every lap would actually be a shortcut. Don't think it would be here. I think the cars hold enough speed for it not to be. But in the Ligier, I mean, what? You're only losing like 5-6 mile an hour. You could probably shortcut through the pit lane and like maybe pick up some speed. Especially if everyone did it. That'd be pretty funny. I think I remember in James's championship. See what? Oh, okay. God does not like sausage cups. I think I remember when James did the Ligiers, who might have raced at Ballelunga. I don't remember. I think I remember someone going in the pits there though and not losing much time at all. What's this kind of like with the handbrake? Ooh. Alright. That's probably about as good as it's gonna get. That's one click up. 94. That might actually be worth. Fully recharged nitro with the 360. Oh yeah, and the DDF Transit race. Yeah. How does that change the gears? It basically bumps every gear up but one. You know what? I'm gonna try that. That could be beneficial. However, it's basically server time, so we shall back out. I do want to make a poll. Hey Donnie, how's it going? Oh, that's taking up the whole screen. Okay. Good. I closed it. Covered from yesterday's horror combo. Well, I deleted the track mod, like, instantly after. I didn't even save the replay. I think that's the first AC race in, like, years that I haven't saved the replay. That was how pissed I was. Yeah, I bought it. I bought it yesterday. And it's released. However, I might not have time to play it until Friday. But if I can have you guys talk me into playing it tonight, then maybe I will play it tonight. I never actually played the original, and knowing that this was going to come out, and knowing that it was going to stay very faithful to its guns, I thought it was worth waiting for. $20 cars? That's pretty good. Alright, stop music. Start the recording. We're into serious mode now. But yeah, I've also been, I also want to try the original too, see if I can get used to it. Yeah, maybe if I really enjoy the remake, maybe one day I'll go back and play the original. But, yeah. I saw that pre-ordering the remake came with, which I did by one day. Well, technically a few hours, it wasn't even a full day. You get System Shock 2 Enhanced when it comes out for free, so I was like, you know what? I want to play System Shock Remake, so I'm gonna buy it. And I'd seen some of the pre-release reviews come out, and they were like, yeah, no, the game's, like, faithful to its original. And to some people that was a bad thing, to others that was a good thing. To me, I think that's a good thing. That's exactly what I was looking for. Was your System Shock, but with less ancient fossil controls. Played System Shock a few years ago in England. I was really enjoying it. Nearly finished it, but didn't finish his stuff. Came back and never got to it. System Shock still holds up. Yeah, from what I've seen, the re-release of System Shock 2 they're doing, it's not a remake. They're just doing like a few quality of life improvements to it and then bringing it up. Yeah, good luck, Looper. Good to hear it's not crashing. I overcooked it into that corner. Yeah, because like I can understand why other games like Dead Space and Resident Evil 4 remade the game but changed a lot, because those games are still very much playable these days. But I feel like System Shock is like very, very dated in today's day and age. And I feel like just the raw old game in itself is definitely, I think, would turn people away these days. So like having a game that's as close to the original as possible, but with more modern controls and graphics is basically exactly what I wanted. I feel like Deus Ex could maybe do with something like that as well, but that'd be a lot harder of one to do. Deus Ex is still very much playable, but it's very janky on modern systems. I always have a bit of a headache whenever I try and go back to the original Deus Ex, because something doesn't work. Which one remake, when that comes out, will be a big overhaul. I enjoy it, but most can't get into it and never work on a controller. Yeah. Games like The Witcher I definitely like to play on controller. To us, I play most games on controller these days. Obviously, I play all racing sims on a wheel. I play first-person shooters on a keyboard. But basically everything in between those two, I play on a controller. We got side-by-side going on here. Oh. This one has a weird combat system. Never played any of the Witcher games, actually. He kind of threw me off there. I thought he was going for a bit of a dive, but he didn't in the end. One game in that kind of genre I should probably get around to, though, is the Dragon's Dogma. I started it a while ago and it was quite fun, but then I kind of lost track of where I was because I stopped playing it, and then was like, just kind of got stuck, and I was like, I'll restart it someday. And especially now that they've announced a sequel, maybe it's about time to delve into it again. I did load my setup, didn't I? I can't tell with the brake bias. Getting into the combat, which one that I highly recommend it is Quest and Cat's good. It not working on a controller, though, is a little bit of a deal breaker for me. It's a big if, yeah. I mean, I don't mind janky combat systems. I played through the entirety of the original Deus Ex. And I played through Vampire the Masquerade. Neither of those have good combat. But, yeah, it depends on how much weight the rest of the game pulls as to whether or not how much I would enjoy it without good combat. A bit hesitant to get it. I was hoping they'd add in like journal or objective markers, like second remembering small details. Looks like System Shock is one of those games. Yeah, it kind of is, which is why, to an extent, I am kind of hesitant of playing it before the weekend, where I have more time to really sit down and play it. Because I don't really want to chip away at it like a couple of hours at a time sort of thing. I want to jump in, play for like 5-7 hours or so, and just do lots of stuff. I feel like that's when I enjoy those games the most. Those like really immersive kind of games. Is when you can really jump in and just get absorbed into the game for a good few hours. Because if you leave, especially if you have to leave those games for a long period of time, getting back into them at times can be a bit tricky, because you sort of sit there scratching your head and being like, where was I? And you should have to spend a bit of time recalculating your bearings. So yeah, if you see me binging System Shock over the weekend, don't be surprised. I had to say my tyres are overpressured. When I was doing laps earlier, it was saying they were under pressure. Plus the second reading, my speed is slow. Yeah, I don't know what the game has in terms of notes or stuff. It would be nice if it has some kind of system to keep track of notes. Even if they're just stored in your inventory or something, I don't know. Because I remember Deus Ex, it had a tab you could look at, which had, like, every single note you'd ever fucking read listed on it. And it kind of got overwhelming towards the end of the game, but you also kind of knew what you were looking for. Don't think I'm really going to get much of a slipstream here in Danny, but maybe. Maybe a little. Oh. Not gonna lie, dang, screwing that corner up did kind of throw my lap off there. System shock, you bastards. But a bit of Deus Ex and the fact you could write your own notes made me so happy. Yeah, I always want that in games, yeah. Definitely a useful thing to have. Also, hey Fred, long time no see. Oh my god. We drifting. Holy shit. I'm not too sure what to think of the brakes on this car. I feel like they're a little too strong. They like to make me do shit like that. Hello, Miha. How's it going? In ninth, but oh yeah, shit, it's only 5 minutes qualifying. I forgot about that. It's actually going to be my last shot. I don't think I'm going to get back to the line in time to do another lap. Oh, I've already screwed this one, I think, by getting that big old drift going through the first couple of corners. There's a mod for Skyrim. There's a mod for everything for Skyrim these days. Yep, overtime. Well, this better count. Oh, well, it put me back up to P9 for now. It's good enough, I guess. Five minutes qualifying's quite interesting, though. It's very compact. That's 16. Oh, yeah, wait. The races are only 15 minutes. So, yeah, that should be fine. 5 minute queue, most will check only one-time laps. Yeah. Oh, wow. Surprisingly, a lot of people got in 3, it seems. But, yeah. I thought, racing should be the main focal point here. So, I don't know what I want to do with the brakes. I'm going to try weakening them. And, see what that does. If that's bad, I can always change them for race 2, so. I don't think I could change... No, I can't change the bias from inside the car. Good to know. 35 minutes? Yeah, it's only 5 minutes. Got 2x 15-minute races to race your way to the front. That's fine. When I first played it, I tried to focus on the story, got bored feelings from checking mods. You need to stop empowering this NSU look-alike. Eduardo on pole. Nice. 3 temps. Only 120. The only 129. Wow, look at that. Everyone within, like, such a tight group. You never seen a Trabant before, Fred? Calling it an NSU look-alike. I'd argue the NSU's better. Rear engine, rear wheel drive. This is front engine, front wheel drive. Hey, Tim and Stuart have returned. Nice. Cheers to the luck, everyone. I'm going to need it. Front wheel drive has never really been my forte. And, I have no clue how the racing is going to go, so, I think someone jump-started. Oh, I got a frame drop there when we started. The Polish family on one side have been in 1 or 2. Ah, okay. Big Delicier Porsche Mini. Yeah, it does. That thing is a speed demon. Do you not know? Okay, Matteo's going to slip by me. Surprising that Matteo and Yari are actually back here. Is Yari going to dive bomb me into this corner? No clue. I'm going to understeer into Matteo almost, though. Whoops. Gave him just enough space, though. I'm not going to upshift. There's a car to my right. It's Yari. Hopefully he's going to give me enough space so I can get onto the road. But we've kind of lost touch of this front pack. Let's see what he's going to do here. He's still there. Looks like Lucas is trying to make it 3 wide. Oh yeah, it is 3 wide. Holy shit. The joys of sim racing, you can be a little bit of a peek outside of the car. Trying to be very careful here because I have no clue how much space these 2 cars are using up. We all made it through, still 3 abreast. Holy shit, I'm backing out of this. They can take each other out into this chicane for all I care. Lucas gets a little loose. Oh, I was tempted to go for the Here Comes Lewis Hamilton move, but decided not to. I can slipstream Yari here though, as he gets to the run around on Lucas. This first corner here, easy flat in these cars as well. I'm gonna have to lift off the throttle a little bit. Oh, I had to get on the brakes because I was catching Yari a bit too quick. I didn't really have anywhere to go. I probably could have gotten away with just lifting, but I kind of cramped my pants. Approaching a little quicker than I had initially anticipated. Very tight racing so far. Cars scattered everywhere up ahead though. See if I can maybe get this on Lucas. Wasn't quite what I wanted, but I was hoping I wouldn't get a tap. There we go, I'm gonna storm up his inside. Try to take the position, but he's going to come back around on the outside. Jean is not too far behind. Lucas gets a big slide on. Holy shit. Basically runs me out of road here. But I'm going to keep my foot in it. Power around the outside. No clue where Jean is. Somewhere back there. He's in my blind spot. I really don't like this. He's going to back out into the corner, so I'm just going to slide straight across in front of both of them. I kind of lost a lot of momentum there, though. It's not really what I wanted. Those two are going to make a little bit of contact. Don't know why I went up to 4th gear there, though. Yari and Tim are going to make a touch. It's going to allow me to slip on past Yari. Hopefully I can lean off of Tim's slipstream here, if he stays where he is. Try not to squeeze Yari in too much. Tim is going to give Yari the slipstream. I think we might just about clear him before the corner. Jean is right there. He's going to come to my outside. And oh, I think he's gone off. Oh, him and Yari have crashed. I don't know what happened there. Oh, me and Tim have gone very wide here, though. Still track limits coming in clutch. Lucas is going to go for a send here, I think. No, he's not. He's going to think against it. Yeah, if the cars are moving or parking. Oh, he's coming up my inside. Holy shit. People are finding places everywhere in these cars. I'm surprised. I'm going to actually... This is risky. I'm going to try it. Use all of this runoff to get a nice arc. I think that might have worked, you know. It did! Haha! Around the outside into turn 1. Nice little cheeky drift. That cost me a lot of speed, though. I ideally want to catch Alexi. Otherwise I'm going to be at the head of a slipstream train here. Indianapolis 500 time. Sadly, there's no pit lane I can drive down. Tim's not going to gain enough here. Tires are holding on pretty well. I guess... Oh, Lucas gone very wide there. That's going to make him fall off. Seems like it's just me and Tim now. Yeah, there is no reverse grid this time as well. So the positions we finish in will be the positions we start race 2 in. So no reverse top 5. But everyone does get a second shot. Engine is tuned, not original from factory. If it was the original from the factory, we'd be going even slower than we are now, and I don't think I could imagine that. We're already going slow enough. I'm almost thinking that maybe I should push the brake bias further forward for race 2. It does seem like I'm still drifting a fair bit, but I'm not really sure how to get the car to rotate. What the best strategy is for getting front-wheel drive cars to rotate into corners at speed. It's able to climb a rouge. Might be tricky. Can give me enough space. I'm going to keep it right on the line here. I got space. Extra speed I can just carry on the outer line there. It's pretty nice, if I do say so. Oh, he hit the curb. That's him washing out wide. Absolutely mowing the grass there. But I think we have broken slipstream range. No curb, no skids. True. True, but I'm very bad when it comes to resisting the temptation of running a little curb. So, please forgive. Oh, it's a little wide. I didn't get that switch around quite right. 129's all from that front group. They seem to be pretty competitive. Everyone else is sort of in the 130s somewhere, there or thereabouts. Still got 5 minutes left on the clock. Wow. This race has gone on for longer than I thought. 6 laps in. It's good that the grid's going to get squished up again, though, in a few minutes. If anything, you could almost view it as like a stage break. We NASCAR now. Ooh, I almost hit that sausage. That would have been very bad. 127. That must be using liberal slipstream. I can't imagine you getting a 127 through anything other than like ridiculous slipstream. Oh, he's in the pits. Eduardo is in the pits. Why did he pit? I wonder if he ran out of fuel or something. That's unfortunate. Liberal slipstream. I guess in the context you're probably thinking of I guess it does sound a bit weird. I more meant like just like going really crazy with the slipstream, using it everywhere. But I guess we now know why. It's because he went in the pit lane. So he basically missed that entire final corner complex. Just shot into the pits. But the pit lane, or the start-finish line would be before his pit box, so... Space Marines are going to swarm the chat soon. Oh no. Got this nice little train going ahead of me, but I'm trying to reach onto them, but it's not quite working. That's for the podium at the front of this train. Andy, Bateo, Stewart, Alexi, and Handy. They've sort of separated, kinda, out into two pairs, but better than what I have at the moment. I'm just on my own. Eduardo is fast though, so it'd be interesting to see whether he's able to. Lucas with 128. That's still pretty quick. Lucas is back there somewhere. He must be in pretty hefty slipstream. We've lost Mr. Ivanko. Oh! Speaking of bolt gun is another game I'm thinking of getting. From what I've heard, it's a pretty good boomer shooter. I'm not really in the market for first-person shooters at the moment. So, I'm probably not going to pick it up. FPSs are fun, but I think the average FPS has kind of run its course for me. I almost feel like I want a little more reason to play than to just run around and shoot things. I guess it's probably why I've been on a bit of an RPG binge. Well, they had pretty slow laps ahead. I reeled them in a little bit more. Just a little. Not a lot, but a little. Didn't script the chicane last night, you would have been right on them now. I screw up every corner. Oh, Handy's gone very wide. It's not going to help him. Does help me though. Why did I go into fourth? I don't know. Look at them though. Trying to follow them. I don't think I'm really getting slipstream from this distance, but most of us has that curve too. I only ran love running around like a stupid man with a boom stick. Yeah, few. You give me something like that a while ago, and I probably would have been all over it. But shame the arrow about look like you're catching them. Yeah, I'm slowly reeling them in. Ah, but it's... Oh, I think they might have just crossed onto the next lap. No, they haven't. Oh, I was too busy paying attention. Ah, whatever. It's the last lap. We weren't going to gain any extra places. We shouldn't lose any either. Would have been a miracle if I'd passed anyone. But, P7. We moved up 2 places. 2 places. I think I'm just going to leave the setup as is. It's not perfect, but, I think we got a decent package going here. The car's not a completely useless, so I think it's pulling its weight. Have some fun racing though. Lower brake pressure could help. I already have it lowered quite a bit. Now P9 to P4, yeah, you did pretty well there. And quite a long countdown. I thought we'd reduce the countdowns. We actually did 10 laps there in the end. That's kind of surprising. I will be saving the replay, don't you worry. We could try lowering the brake power, I guess to 94. I don't really want to go too much lower than that. Otherwise I'm going to be having to like hammer the brake pedal into every corner and I won't be doing anything. I guess now it's time to see how we can move forward. Can we maybe get a top 5 in race 2? I think so. I just need to not get caught off guard at the start. And make the right moves in the right places. The middle mirror is stretched wide. I just I can drive. Haha. I don't think I should be able to. That's a bug. It's a rocket bunny kit. Uh-oh. Seems like Eduardo's having CSP problems. Alright. Time for number 2. I'll take a quick sip of my water. Yeah, 2 races. We only did 5 minutes to qualify him. And so I crammed in 2 15-minute races. Which actually means we're going to cut it a little... it's half past now, actually. We'll have plenty of time for the Lotus race, but we're not gonna have. I don't think we're gonna have time to review everything. So, yeah, that's gonna be the tricky part. Cheers for the luck, everyone. The wheel spin, tasty. Lexi didn't get a great start there. I got a reasonable start. Eduardo is coming plowing up there. Holy cow. He was a man on a mission after his pit stop last race, I guess. Tim is right on my chuff. I'm going to ease off a little bit into here. Take it nice and easy. I don't know where Tim is. He's behind Alexi. Oh, that was risky. Yari's going to try and come around my outside, but I don't think there's really going to be anywhere for him. Tim being there on my inside has kind of screwed us from being able to catch Alexi here. Hopefully we can sort of do the silly Assetto Corsa side draft tango and catch up a little bit, but I'm not quite sure that's going to work. Oh, and he's gone very wide, so we're gonna do the old switcheroo. Oh, chaos. Whoa. Absolute chaos. Oh, chaos behind as well. More contact. I think that was Eduardo and Philip that came together. They just took each other out. That means Stuart now takes the lead. Matteo jumps up to second. We jump up to P5. There you go. There's the top 5. Now we just need to keep it. I think if we can skedaddle up a little bit. Oh, SRS TV. SRS TV has had enough. It's out of here. Yeah, that was pretty lucky. Oh, they're fighting behind. Getting a bit feisty. Yeah, SRS TV's had enough of our bullshit. He's gonna watch some battle races. Right, here we are on Alexi. If he can keep it stable. Aha, perfect! Yes! We are hooked. Look at us go! Oh, I almost crashed into him there. Podium in sight. Maybe. Hey, could you imagine if we won? No, I don't think it's going to happen. That means beating Mattia and Matteo. I don't think that's going to happen. However, if they do the same thing as what Philip and Eduardo did, could work out. Also tire walls. Oh, might have been a bit too much of a tap. Tippy tap. Yeah, I figured out in the Ligier Championship, if you line up yourself properly to do the bump draft, you can get a really good push, and you won't get an incident point for it. Lexi Craig is faster than you. Oh, I might have spooked him there. I didn't mean to do that. I thought I'd just tuck him behind him. Us running like this isn't really helping either of us. Oh, he's gone pretty wide. I think with the run I might get here, I might just sweep by him. And just see what he does. Whoop. Steadily come out to the outside. Make sure I actually make the corner. He's going to take it very wide. Top 3 are flying. Yeah, they are. Doesn't help that we're kind of fighting each other here a little bit. But, yeah, they're definitely moving. However, if they can fight a bit harder, then maybe, just maybe, room of a shot here. We've still got 10 minutes on the clock. Long way to go. Looks he's going to get a big slipstream on me here. I think he went a little too tight there. I was kind of hoping he'd sort of slip by me. He's going to stick behind. I almost hit Sausage Curb. This corner is such a cheese. Basically not even a corner. Oh, they're 3 wide. I wasn't even looking at them. Oh, this could end in tears. Tier and Stuart get quite close. I'm going to go a little wide myself. Oh, that's risky. They're still 3 wide. Oh, no, I think Stuart might have a bit of an advantage. That's not the way to enter this. Come on, Alexi, go, 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 go. Pop-up message again? No. I was just reading chat. I was looking at the poll results. Looking at the poll results in my mirror. That's why I didn't see that they were 3 wide. Doing the old oval thing of mirror driving. It's not really a thing you do much on road courses. I remember mirror driving like crazy on a couple of races I'd done on ovals. It was a bit too late to give him a push, but I don't really want to fight him. I want to see if we can close the gap on these 3. If we can't, then yeah, fighting's cost a lot of time, so I'm kind of just going to sit behind him. Let him do his thing, and hopefully the front 3 will come to us. And if I need to, I can give him pushes down on the straights. Lift off a little bit into the corner so I don't spin him out. Worst case scenario is he latches onto this group and I don't. But it's a risk I'm willing to take for a chance to catch up to this group. Lexi. Very gently. There we go. We are linked. Oh, I think we separated a little bit. No, we're good. Nope. No, we separated a bit. I might get away with that, though. Had a few taps, but they're very, very light. I'm fully out of the throttle here, and I'm still catching him. I'm filling his mirrors. But I'm also trying to make it clear that I don't want past him. Yari is closing up into this as well, which is a concern. But, just gonna see what I can do, really. Not really making the headroom I would like on these guys, though. And Yari is getting closer and closer, which I also don't like. Oh, bit of netcode there. And Stewart go very wide. Oh, we are right on the back of them now. Holy shit. We have a 6-car battle for the win here. 6 cars. Oh, Yari's fallen off, actually. He got a shit exit. Look at this. They're 2x2. I'm actually going to take the slipstream here off of Mateo. Alexi's going to give Mateo a bit of a punt. He's going to come back to cover me off. I'm going to lift out of it a little bit. I'm going to keep my foot in again, though, as he opens the door on the outside. Mattia gets a bump on the curb. Crazy stuff here. Gonna back out a little bit, take it nice and easy. Oh, there's a car right there! Are we gonna make it all for this corner? I don't know. Just about, I think. Well, I might have squeezed a little bit there, but it's okay. The weaving on the straight going again. I think Mattia might have a little bit of an edge. The Yari coming up on the outside, though, on all those cars. Crazy. Apologies if I'm not going to be able to keep track of chat much. Shit's about to get intense. It already has done. Alright, we closed up a bit there, actually. Got a good run through that corner. They're about to start fighting behind. Hopefully. We got 2 laps left here. 2 laps to go. Matteo gets up really wrong. It's really fucked me up. It's going to put Alexi right on my rear. Is he going to push the favor back and give me a push? He is. A bit of a risky one. Not sure where Matteo is really going. But playing it conservative has been the winning strategy here at the moment. But I think it might be time for the gloves to come off. Why did I go to 4th gear there? I'll never know. Here we go. Gotta give the push here to Matteo. Stuart is 8 temps down the road. And what we need to do is break away from this group. Give him a bit of a push away. Give him a little bit more of a push into the corner. We've closed in quite a bit on Stuart. As Alexi goes very wide, that's going to allow them lot to start fighting behind. Look like off pace, maybe a little bit. But that might be because of the pressure of having to keep all of us behind. Oh, Mattia falters. I was too busy looking in my mirror, so I faltered a little bit too. We're all a bit too spread out though at the moment. No slipstream, I think, is going to be an offer. Mattia might catch a bit on Stuart. Or as we come on to the final lap here. This is it, make or break. I'm in a very bad spot though. I've got no help anywhere. I need to hope those two fight. Fight, fight, fight. Oh, Stuart goes quite wide. That's going to chug them up a little bit. Here we go. Matteo's 0.2, I'm 0.4. I should get just a little bit of a slipstream, I think, here. If I could just keep in Matteo's coattails. Oh, they're both 0.5 now. They're going to side draft each other. Not how side drafting works, by the way, but it's a Assetto Corsa, so big lol. Matteo's going to be quite wide. Right, it's not one on the entry to this chicane. Or if it's one on the exit, and I might not have gotten enough on the exit. I don't think the window quite opened. Gonna avoid losing the spot to Mattia. But it just wasn't the space. Oh, that was good though. Congrats to Stuart, holy shit. He put up with so much pressure there. Oh. Oh, we're not getting through all of that. Jesus. Didn't realize this thing could lock up. Oh no, it sounds like Eduardo locked up. Oh, that's tragic. Oh, yeah. That was surely something, Mateo, wasn't it? Holy cow. I fucking love that. I should have been more aggressive at the end, I think. I should have been more aggressive. But I took it too easily. I think it cost me. Tried to line up for a window that didn't open. And I probably should have just forced the window. You don't want to start pole anymore. Oof. I'm going to take a quick look at race 1. But, yeah, no worries, Alexi. It was the only way we were going to catch back up. I had to try something, so we were pulling out the Ligier strats. Yeah, it was good fun. Congrats, Stuart, on the win in race 2. Whoa, you held off some pretty crazy pressure. I don't think I got off to a great start here. No, I immediately got swamped by Mateo on the start. And then I think Yari... Yep, Yari got me 2. Not quite. Yeah, Lucas came up and made it a 3 wide. That was pretty nuts. We stayed 3 wide all the way through into here. And then sort of fumbled around a little bit. This race was definitely more learning the car. I didn't quite get the bump on Lucas there. Oh yeah, he almost ran me off the road there as well, yeah, because he got very wide. Easily done. Those two started fighting. Wanna know what happened between Yari and John? Yeah. He's running up here. Oh, does he try and make it through? He doesn't, does he? Oh, is it not here? No, it is here. Oh, no. I forgot, because his car still like takes so long to get on the back straight. But, oh. I was like, he's not going to do that, is he? Oh. Oh. Tragedy. Okay, race 1, I caught up to Tim. And us 3 kind of had a bit of a scrap for a while. Lucas then fell off, and I think Tim tried, but I think I kept it in front of him until the end. Yeah. The gap got bigger and bigger. I started to close in on this front group up here. So who crashed second race? It was Phil and Eduardo. Yeah, I really caught up to this group at the end. They were fighting quite a bit. But I did that, and I was like, oh! I don't think I would have passed any of them anyway, so I wasn't too bothered. However, we don't have long, and I gotta speed through the race 2 replay now. Let's get rid of that. I want something different. Whew. Probably could have been avoidable with the radar up. Not sure if he was running with one. Mateo did have a better day today. At least so far. Yeah, Handy was on pole. Let's see what happens on pole. The epilepsy. Oh. actually, it wasn't a bad start. I was like, oh, that's a bad start, but Trabant's slow. Yeah, Eduardo was a rocket. He immediately jumped me on the start, and I was like, oh god. I kind of just took it safe. Handy, yeah, gets swamped. However, the main incident lies here with Eduardo and Phil. What happens? Is it here? Oh, he just locks up, pings into Phil, pings into Handy, spins into Phil. Tragedy. And he lock. You say he locks up, but doesn't. Yeah, he just loses the rear. Gives Mattia a tap. I think he was just being a little too aggressive. And yeah, ping-pong chain reaction. Out go two of the strongest cars from race 1. And that's absolutely scatters the grid ahead. And then, yeah, we sort of are, like, not too close, so I start, like, giving Alexi a little bit of a bump draft. Much as I can, push him. I mistakenly fight him a bit as well. That wasn't my smartest move. I was tempted to be like, if I can just ditch him, maybe I can catch them on my own as they fight. But then I was like, no, it's not working. We need to work together. And I've learnt from previous races that running behind a car, you have more control than being the lead, so I could just choose to not overtake him on every corner. And if I could get him feeling, like, secure that I wasn't going to pass him, we could then hold pretty decent pace. Because I had to back off quite a bit because of the slipstream. But he was still running pretty decent laps, and of course I get into him again, give him a little bit of a push. Netcode kind of makes it a little tricky to get as smooth of a push as we were getting in the Ligiers. Maybe also the hitbox of the cars, I'm not quite sure how that lines up. Because the Ligier was literally a box, so it was easy to push box against box and get a smooth push. But it eventually worked out. Those three fighting ahead as well also helped, and we ended up closing in on them. Yeah, here it was. However, Yari was doing some crazy single cars pace. He closed up on this group. I don't really know if he was ever much of a factor, but he was definitely up there. Of course, we had crazy shit going on here. 2x2. And we go into 3 wide here. I take it nice and safe. My entire sort of ethos here was just take it safe. Especially on entry. Basically 3 wide into here again, but I kind of pulled away from both of them. I thought I might have cut Alexi off there, but I didn't. And just... I broke away from those two, I think. Not quite. Yeah, Mattia was trying to give Alexi a push there, I think. As Yari came steaming up the inside. So many white cars. Yeah, I know. I'm bad. I didn't use the livery thing. Oh! You know what? I'm an idiot. Mattia shared his livery. I forgot to download it entirely. I would have the nameplates on liveries or no liveries. I just like having them on. Yeah, Alexi pays you back with a little bump here. I was kind of sandwiched between the two of them, though, so I was like, And I knew Phil had kind of broken away. So I was like, okay. We do this rodeo again, I think. Yeah, he didn't get a great exit, so I kind of close up on Matteo and give him a little push. I think I line up another just before... Whoop. I think that closes... Yeah, Phil doesn't... Or Stuart doesn't get a great run through the corner. And then puts us right up there. I fucked up that exit, though. Which really screwed me, I think, because I was having to play catch-up on this final lap. Those others were too far back to not really be a problem, and I luckily caught up here. Wasn't quite able to get the slipstream, but I proper get up on them onto here as they started fighting. I was like, okay. if I was hoping that they would be a little more aggressive into the switch here, so I could like cut up their inside, but they were, I think, because Stuart got a bit. Oh, is there a bit of contact? Oh no, Stuart just got loose. Yeah, I think because he got loose, he kind of backed Matteo up a bit more. Didn't quite give me the run I wanted. Oh, didn't count as incidents for me. Nice. Did I finish with 0 incidents then? And that was the end of that. I haven't had time to check, so I have no clue. But yeah, I'd learned from the you have to be very careful on the throttle. But I learned from the 13 registered for the Lotus. That's not too bad. Yeah, I learned from the Ligier Championship that basically being very cautious. On the pushes. Oh, there's only hard and soft, okay. Oh, we can't even change the brake bias? Oh no. I mean, it's 51%, that's pretty low. Yeah, but now we're on the full track. Get rid of the music. Yeah, cheers for the luck, I'm gonna need it. But yeah, if I got away with that with 0 incident points, I'm pretty happy. Because I have a feeling I had a couple of bonks maybe elsewhere, but I guess if those went bad, then it's fine. But yeah, so if you if you line someone up and you push into them really slowly, oh yeah, shit, we're doing the full track. I almost went straight on into the wall. Whoops. We're doing the GP track. I need to remember that. That's going to throw me off this championship. But yeah, if you do it really delicately, you A, don't get any incident points for it, and B, you stand a better chance of linking bumpers, and that's what you really want with like when you're pushing a car. Because what a lot of people do is they just drive into the back of the car ahead of them and they kind of start bouncing off of each other. That's bad because you don't really get as good of a push because it's like loads of little pushes rather than one big continuous push. Oh shit. Well, it's big shots rather than one long consistent push. And big shots as well can also like throw off a car or like spin them out. Especially with AC's physics. So, yeah, you approach them lightly, and then you just very gently... Oh, not like that. You very gently ease on the throttle, and you can then push them. And you can go very speedy. I am struggling here. Hey, Danny, how's it going? Well, this is going to be another one of those championships where the difference between these... I keep picking two cars that are so different for these two races. Ooh, I've locked up. On F4, you can change it in tracks. I just changed the camera to me. 13 registered. Yeah. Well, I'm in the race server. So I've seen who's registered and who hasn't. We got some pretty competitive, pretty speedy people in here. Whilst I struggle to find any kind of grip at all. This is gonna be an interesting one. I don't know if the soft tires will hold. I need an expert on this car to tell me if they will. Otherwise, I'm pootering around on these hards for no reason, if they do. It's only practice, so it doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, I think he still does have those server issues. Unfortunately. So I gotta be a bit more careful if I drive this thing. But as I was kind of alluding to earlier, the sort of concept... Oh my god, the understeer. The concept behind this championship is around, like, historic race meetings. That was kind of the theme I was going for, so we're actually only racing at modern tracks in these cars. Some tracks are still relatively old-school style tracks, but, they are their current renditions, so to speak, like Watkins Glen, Road Atlanta, and the likes. I had to find tracks, though, that had both a short layout and a long layout. So that we could have that... Oh, Stuart, no! So that we could get that variation between the two. Because I feel like racing the Trabant, especially with the pick of the Trabant, racing the Trabants on the full circuit, oh, we'd do like one lap and the timer would be done. Okay, I'm starting to figure this out a little bit more. So step away from online racing for the rest of the year. Oh, online racing in general? I thought it was just AC. I guess I mustn't listen to that video properly. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Yeah, I want to lower this brake pressure a wee bit. Got used to hammering on the brakes, so can't do that in this. Otherwise, I die. And during racing, I find myself enjoying watching races more than taking part in them. Fair enough. You've registered, but you have the wrong car, so you won't be taking part in this one. Huh, that's interesting. I guess you might have modified it? Because this is a, this is a base Kunos car. This is all base Kunos content, so I guess maybe you must have installed some kind of mod for it that the checksum doesn't like. Let's see how these softs go in qualifying. I think qualifying is more going to be a series of banker laps as I try and figure out the car and track. But yep, cheers for luck. I'm going to need it. That's also a good point. That is also a good point. But he said the wrong car, so I don't know. Actually, I don't... Is this a DLC car? I don't think it is, right? Or is it? I don't remember it being part of any DLC. That being said, it does have the KS prefix. But then again, Kunos' naming conventions are inconsistent as fuck, so... I wouldn't really rely on those either. Oh, it is DLC, okay. What pack is it in, then? Is it in one of the Dream Packs, I assume? Because the Dream Packs are just kind of okay, yeah, it is a Dream Pack. Yeah, Dream Packs are just kind of hodgepodge of content. Possibly Stu and Tim said the same thing. Oh, I was not paying attention. Oh, Eduardo is having some problems. I'll let Phil go. He's faster than I am. Plus, Eduardo hasn't backed to pit lane. That spin. I was not paying attention. Oh, Phil's had some troubles. Oh, Max! Stowe is catching everyone out. Actually, that's a random question. Are the Slowbro still running servers for practice? Because I was about to say you could just check the Slowbro's practice server if you're to see if you have the content needed, because they're usually pretty good at updating it with the stuff you need for each race. And so you can test joining there throughout the week before the race happens. But I know I think Rob said he's still racing, at least. I don't know. I didn't check tonight to see if the servers were still up though, or if they'd made new ones for this season. It was server for both my series. Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so the Slow Bros, spelled SLO, have practice servers running for most of the series. And, great guys. Shame Jim's retired, but, it is, yeah, all good things must come to an end eventually, as I continue to drive like shit on this track. My talent has came to an end long ago. Oh, Eduardo's gone wide. Seems like this one's going to be a tricky one. I bought them all, I think. Yeah, I did not get AC Ultimate, but even I forget what's in DLC and what isn't. Apart from some other blatant things. Can I just say, though, it's a fucking scam that the Nordschleifer is DLC for every racing sim. Everyone. I don't think I've seen a single sim where you get Nords out of the box. At least in these modern times. AC, DLC. Race Room, DLC. iRacing, DLC. R-Factor 2, DLC. Lift for Speed doesn't even have it. If it would, be DLC. Can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Maybe Project Cars? I'm not too familiar with Project Cars 2's DLC. But no doubt it probably had a Nürburgring DLC. It had a Le Mans DLC. Even a VLN game would have Nords as a DLC. See, ACC had Nürburgring in at launch, but that's because they don't have Nords. Eduardo is coming up, flying behind. I continue to struggle my way around this track. Let me put mention IRNR. Well, yeah, but they're still monetized content anyways. Race from and actually, iRacing and Race Room do come with base content that is included with your initial acquisition of the game. Of course, in Race Room that's free, and in iRacing that's with your monthly sub. But they do come with some degree of base content on their platforms. I'm gonna let Eduardo go. Whee! Maybe take a little bit more fuel out and go again. I'm not gonna need that much. Oh, that's maybe a little too little. Go 8. Just check what we can change. That is what we can change. So, I mean, yeah, you know, you're not gonna see like them adding it in. Yeah, iRacing doesn't have free content, but it has a base package that comes with your subscription. Oh, Hanu, no! Whoa. Curb jump. And neither of them for both games comes with Nords, so... My point stands. iRacing, it's an extra rub in the face, though. Because... in iRacing, if you want to run the 24-hour layout, the combined track with the GP and the Nords, you actually have to buy them both separately. So it's actually the most expensive track in iRacing. Because to be able to get every layout, you have to buy 2 tracks. Yeah, free con... Yeah, I mean, that's been my argument the whole time. It's a demo, disguised as a complete game. I don't... If there was a way to earn VRP through actually playing that didn't require you to grind like a bajillion years, then I would be fine with calling it a free game. But... I've buggered that up. Can never complain about the free content now free. I think you can. I think it's mislabeled. I don't think the game should be advertised as free, because you get basically nothing for free. What you get can hardly be called a... You get... I mean, like, you get the same relative percentage of content. You get the same amount as you do in the Live for Speed demo. And the Live for Speed demo is called exactly that, a demo. And that's what the demo does. Demo allows you to try the game, see how it runs, see if you like it. That's what it should be labeled as a demo. But it's not. The game's labeled as free, which would imply that, you know, you have a game that can be experienced in its entirety for free. At least mostly in its entirety for free. But when you have to spend money to be able to play 90% of the game, I don't think it's really justified calling it free. Yeah, but do you not hear my point about the demo with Live for Speed? Live for Speed, you can play the entire game. The entire game just with Blackwood and a couple of layouts and 3 cars. That's all you get. But it's called a demo, because that's what it is. It's a demo. It's a preview to the rest of the game. I don't know. I'm always going to think Racing being called free is a bit of false advertising. And I stand by that. It's a 4 online best simulator, no competition. I'm gonna be brandished on a stake for this. But I have never played Gran Turismo 4, and I have 0 interest in ever playing it. I think the problem with that is that my nostalgia for Gran Turismo 3 runs too deep in my veins. And so I will never be able to see it as not the pinnacle of PlayStation 2 Gran Turismo titles. Yeah, it is a glorified demo. It is just a demo. I mean, I could say worse things about Racing if I really wanted to. There's a lot more problems other than whether or not the game is free or not. Like, the physics being bad, or the fact that the dev team almost seems to love dismissing problems. Free content doesn't mean free games. Saying you can play some kinds of track out free. Yeah. Or how Race from isn't CSGO. I think that's a good thing that it's not CSGO. But then again, I never really gelled with CSGO, so. Be honest, as I've grown older, I was on your side. No, I don't know. Cheers to luck, everyone. I'm gonna need it. I'm not good at driving this car, and maybe. Oh, the bog. I got a better start than Phil, though. I'm gonna take it nice and easy. Phil's gonna back out. That allows me to use the whole track width. Oh, this is still understeering like mad. I think this is another series that I'm gonna regret making. Oh, chaos behind. I think this is another championship I might regret making fixed, but I am lazy, so I made it fixed. I have time to set up the Trabant. I don't have time to set this thing up. Never had any free content. Yeah. That is true. I've never disagreed with that. That's why I never like calling it free content, but everyone likes to call it free content. So it's like, I'll be honest, playing NASCAR Racing 2003 over the weekend, it made me it made me think, like, maybe should I resub iRacing? And I was like, no, I'm not gonna get enough usage out of it for it to be worth my time, so I'm not gonna bother. It's like, no. Yeah, yeah, exactly, base content. Not too bad of a start. Kept my nose clean. Not driving well, but racing would have to be the simulator I mainly. Yeah, it would. Yeah. But that for me is AC, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, so. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I think for me that applies to all games. I don't really like playing with random people, but when it's in a more sort of smaller scale community environment, I got a bit wobbly there. I definitely prefer that. That's my sort of. I think that's when I can tolerate randoms, if they're a community of people who I'm going to be seeing regularly. Do want to get Iris again. The fact that moving tune is stopped. Fair enough. It's been dangling over my head for a long time now. I've been like, oh, should I not? But every time I'm like, nah. I remember what happened over COVID. I basically had a subscription over the entirety of lockdown, and I did like 2 races. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to renew again. So I can get the same core group as 6 or so people, and then another bunch who show up. Yeah, exactly. All right, on the AstroTurf. There's one thing I do kind of like about SRS. It's a shame the numbers have been steadily dropping off, but I do like that we've sort of cultivated a group of very fast and very respectful drivers. You know, these guys keep me on my toes week in, week out. Push me to try and find new limits, but, you know, when we do get side by side and start battling, they're always clean and respectful. Of course, there are moments where hiccups happen, but 9 times out of 10, I think it's pretty good. We don't have people, we're not flooded with, like, people who can't race, well, yeah, have, like, only just started playing sim racing, or are, like, hot lap divas who can do, like, 5 seconds a lap faster than you in qualifying, but they'll crash out on turn 1 because there's a car beside them. I've missed this corner by a country mile. Oh, there you go. On a 3-month sump from a competition last year, and I did a few races, but lost motivation when someone said I couldn't get out a deal without paying for content. Yes and no. You can, it just takes a lot longer. I think you can get to A license with just free content. Oh, not free, sorry. Base content. But it takes a long time. And also, actually, yeah, on, I think some rookie series, once you get to C license, I think you do get barred from some rookie series. Yeah, it's very miserable to do that. Like, you can do it without paying money, but it's like, or paying more money than you already are, but it's like, it's not great. More money in race. My society is not good for me. You pay. Yeah. It's that's the problem. Is I started to realize that there wasn't a lot of things I really wanted. You know, with the content I had, I was struggling to find races, and so it's like, when you first start out, yeah, exactly, yeah, as well, you lose access of what you've paid for. That's another kicker. But, you know, I feel like when you start out, you really hit a wall, because you have to buy. But once you've bought everything, and you've played a lot on the system, or everything you want, and played a lot on the system, I think the price evens out, and that's why long-term iRacing people will just keep playing it. Because they have basically everything, and they don't have to spend much to keep going. But, like, when you first start out, it's like, whew, I can do nothing. Oh. Big MX5 can only be so based. HIP and I started you going to do only 4 races. See the dirt ovals, I missed them. Yeah. That's the thing, I loved doing the oval stuff. I actually ended up doing more oval stuff than road. I basically completely abandoned road racing on iRacing. And just beelined the ovals. Did a couple of Indy 500s even. Didn't do any well in any of them, but... Once you emptied your bank account, it's not so bad, yeah. Exactly, that's the problem. You have to empty your bank account, and then it starts getting good. Yellow flag 500, let's go. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The one Indy 500 I finished, I think I finished like 9 laps down because I got crunched into the wall on a restart at like lap 60. So I had to drive like 2/3 of the race with bent suspension and could barely hit 200 mile an hour. So I was just kind of running the outside line and letting everyone overtake me. But because I survived until the finish, I went from like last place to 13th. I think I almost finished 12th. The car ahead of me had retired, but he did like 1 more lap than I did. So I finished just behind him in the end. But it was ridiculous. So many cars retired. And just sheerly surviving the race, I got to jump a load of cars. Triple red flag. Yeah. Oh shit. You've maybe missed the corner again. I was too busy reading. Luckily, I'm in a bit of a open gap. Yeah, the race was good, but I can't. As much as I really wanted, and I'm really happy that New Garden won finally. Banned for cheating, Coven, yeah, shit, exposed. Yeah, I can't help but feel like that finish did leave a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. IndyCar really didn't handle that very well, which was a shame. The 2021 race was fucking awesome, and we kind of had a similar scenario there, but like, it wasn't overkill, you know? This year it was kind of a bit, ugh. No factor though, were IndyCars and many oval checks, and HSO community did the whole IndyCar champs. Yeah, I have the IndyCar, and I did race it in R Factor 2. But I know it's It's not quite the same. It's also a nightmare to get a grid for those games. People... I mean, we did it when we only got, like, I don't know, 6 people or so in the community. We didn't do the full 500, it was only a shorter race. But it was like, break the shrine and wear. How many cautions do you have? But this should aim the... Ooh, you almost made me bring out a yellow flag. I killed that bollard, though. Rest in peace, bollard. I should really stop reading chat. Pretty sure the Indy 250 I did last year was the same as this in terms of cautions. Half race is clean than a ton. Yeah, well, that's the problem. The first half was really clean because they were all just hitting fuel numbers. And then the second half came out and it's like, alright, we gotta start moving forward. Because safety in sim racing is the thing, we just did no cautions after 5 to go. Yeah. Seems fair enough. You wreck, you wreck. I feel like this has become more of a podcast and drive rather than race. I'm just trying to not crash the car at the moment. Whilst reading chat. I've almost failed on a couple of times. My laziness has gotten the better of me again, I think. This car, you do have to tiptoe it a lot on default. Rough race for Saronium 4th, yeah. Well, not as rough as earlier. Just go in the voice chat and tell him to drive faster. he had a few incidents earlier that threw him out of contention. Oh yeah, I didn't see why he had to make that pit stop in the first Trabant race. I saw him come out the pits, so I was like, huh? He had like a pretty dominant lead, I thought. Fixed setups make great differences often. Yeah. It's hit or miss. I struggle... Oh, that bollard is right in the middle of the road. I'm going to run over that and go flying at some point. I don't mind. This is definitely better than the Lola. The Lola was a real struggle for me last season. I just could not get that car to turn. This is better, though. I'm definitely liking this more. I was bummed he missed the Trabant. Had to travel this weekend. Maybe we'll ship for the other races. Fair enough. That's unfortunate. He no doubt would have been very competitive, as he always is. I have, Can I save it? Kind of saved it. I was a bit greedy there on the curb. Probably stop making mistakes though, because Tim is getting slowly closer. Tim and Max. Phil isn't really getting that farther away though. I'm surprised. The amount of times I fucked up. I would have thought he'd be running off into the sunset, but he's kind of just there. But yeah, fixed setups are kind of hit or miss. If the fixed setup suits you, you're going to do well. If the fixed setup doesn't suit you, you're gonna struggle. But also, I think the thing I like about fixed setups is it means aliens can't find really stupid things with cars. Like, I've ran some championships in the past where, like, the, Hey, take care, Riley. See you around. But, yeah, I've seen other championships where the top guys have found some, like, ridiculous strats to gain, like, absolutely absurd speed through their cars, and it's like, yeah, no, I'm never figuring this out. And with the little time I have between the races, I thought putting them fixed helps level the playing field a bit. Everyone's got the same shitty car to deal with. Bonk. And means I don't have to worry about panic making a setup. Get good? Yeah, you're right, but I'm the, I am the one who sets the rules. Therefore, I decree I must be lazy, and everyone should be lazy too. Damn. Hating. Too bad for you. I don't care. Oh, that's funny, actually. Yeah. I actually got a comment on one of my like really old videos earlier from some guy being like, "Oh, this level's easy. Why did you struggle with it?" And it's like, I mean, to be fair, back then, like, I did suck at basically every video game I played. But also, it was like completely unnecessary comment. I went and looked at his channel just to kind of see what kind of person we're dealing with here. His channel had 2 Fortnite clips, and he was subscribed to like Mr. Beast, Beluga, and some FaZe Clan guy. And I was like, yep, we got a normie here. That was like his only subscriptions as well. Craig be like, Your Honor, Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer. You like that one? That clip is so funny but tragic at the same time. Like, it's funny because it's just like, I mean, it's just funny, but like, it's sad because it's like, love me my Ridge Racer, man. He's just sat there like, getting really worked up about it, and everyone else is like, oh, I don't care. Just pick the most understated car for next season, make it fixed setup so I maximize your suffering and make you regret everything. I mean, I could just not run the series. That's what I did with the, or quit halfway through. That's what I did with the touring cars. I could not stand those cars in the end, so I was like, nope, I'm out of here. So it was about 10 years old, yeah, probably. Yeah, at least it was a game relevant to the conference, yeah. It was, but it was still funny to just hear how deadpan the audience was. But yeah, that NVIDIA clip, he had lost the plot. I don't know what he was on about. Sounds like Donnie wants to run the RS01. I'm fine with the RS01. It's understeery, but I think you can... I did do a fixed setup race in it. At Barbagello, of all places. Man, I actually had a bit of fun. There was like one guy who was like on my pace, and we actually had a really competitive run. Jensen trying to get the audience to sing a song with AI that was praising him. Yeah, I think that is like the most tone-deaf, egotistical, out-of-touch thing I think I've ever seen in one of these press conferences. Like, it's not even funny, it's just pure cringe. Because, like, cringe moments can be funny, but there was no saving that. That was just pure cringe. Nothing could save it. And SRS is not even people try and race clean with it. I think that was more just down to that time slot in series. I think if I did a series in the RS01, I don't think it'd be too bad. I think in some of those non-hosted slots, you typically get more of the stragglers on SRS. The ones who don't care as much. And, you know, things matter more in the hosted series, so people are more likely to roast you on a steak if you do something stupid. The Zuckerberg levels are cringing out of touch here. Okay, these soft tires have held on. So good to know. I didn't run this race on hards and slip and slide everywhere. I was gonna be like, oh no, somebody's on the hards, but it's SRS TV. Might have to stick shut up races. He likes to pick it for series. Maybe, but I haven't seen the stick vary out of his time slot for a very long time. But then again, I don't really keep track with the other races that happen outside of mine and Donnie's, because those are the only 2 nights I run SRS, so I don't know. The shame, I think the 10 PM slot is completely gone. I was kind of hoping he'd replace it with something that wasn't GT3, but it seems like we're sticking to the 2 races and some bullshit afterwards format that I've adopted for the last couple of seasons, or like season and a half. Well, that was a messy but clean race. I'm happy enough with a P7. I'll take it. Went last. Eduardo picked up a spot there at the end. He wasn't... Yep, see ya, Danny. Whew. Alright, let's... recue la musique. What do I want to put on? I'll do. I saw some big bug is steering is on old Momo. Is not able to turn wheels completely. Ah, that's interesting. I didn't have that problem on my wheel. But I have obviously the full 900 degrees of the Logitech. At one point I was faster than Ethan and he did a 58.6. Unlucky. Unlucky. I don't really know if there was anything to really see in this race. Do you have anything interesting you would like to showcase to the crowd, Mateo? Because I really didn't do anything in this race. 59.6, okay. I guess we could watch some of my saves, but they weren't really... They were kind of just me not paying attention and then driving off into the grass. I kind of just on my own for like all of this race. There you go, you've seen my race. I don't even think much happened at the start. Everyone was pretty clean. They left space. I think Phil is the only car that overtook me. And then that was it. I just stayed here for the rest of the race. Oh, yep. I did this a couple of times. I came into the first corner and then just outbrake myself. And I was like, I'll just take this run off and then just actually slowly back onto the track. You know, no one was like near me, so I was like, I can just rejoin how I want. It doesn't matter. Good lord, the lap time differences. Yeah. That's funny, little practice. Lap times were slow. Yeah, not an easy car, this one. No penalty. No penalty. I know that because I remember doing one race here a while ago. It was like a more casual race. And both me and the leader were like hard battling for the lead. Like, we were, like, right on top of each other. And we just both went straight on at the first corner. And so we just both jumped back onto the track after running through that tarmac. That's how much we were going for it. Alright, let's get those standards up. We'll get the standards for both Trabant and this up. Just give me a few seconds. I'll have the pages ready. I guess not much point having the championship standings open. I opened those, but like it's a bit redundant because it's week 1. Okay, let me bring this up. There we go. Cool. Yep, so Trabant race 1. Phil takes the win. Squeaky clean. Matteo and Stuart, then Matteo, Handy, Alexi, myself. No incident points. Hell yeah. That's what I like to see. Eduardo. Yeah, with that weird pit stop. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. Then Tim, Artem, Yari, Henning, Danny, Kevin, Max, Lucas, Hanu, Jean, Nero, and Mihal. He was the only quitter, I think. Yep. Yeah, look at that. He lost a lot of places there. Who is this here? Lost a lot. Lucas? No. Maybe. It looks like Lucas's color. What did he finish? Yeah, he finished 16th. Yeah, he lost a lot. He must have had some kind of crash here and dropped out. Yari, oh yeah, Yari had the crash as well with Jean, and that dropped him out. He made a good recovery though. But Eduardo dominated that race and then had to pit, so Phil and Mattia jumped up and took his place. Race 2, on the other hand, whoo, this is where things got interesting. 0 incident points again, haha. Pushing strong. I got no incident points from both of those. Yep, Stuart taking the win. Matteo only just behind. Yeah, barely even a 10th in it. A quarter of a 10th. Ridiculous. I was a little behind. Yeah, 0.025. Yeah, ridiculous. Mattia, Alexi, Yari, Tim, Phil, Eduardo. Both of those had a coming together, unfortunately, as well as Handy, who finished all the way down in 16th. That's unlucky. Nero, Mac, Jean, and Ivan, or Mihal, all dipped out. Last week of the first race, I lost against Nolly by 4 milliseconds. Yeah, that was wild. I screenshotted that actually, like how close that finish was between the two of you. Yeah, Mattia kind of lost out in that melee at the end. A lot of cars fighting for the same bit of track, and he kind of... I don't really know. I guess he didn't make the right moves at the right time, and that kind of led to him being shuffled back. Alexi, he kind of floated where he was. I caught up to the pack and then just ditched him. Me and him both kind of hovered around where we were until we caught up, and then I made pretty good use of what I had. So I'm happy with that. Yari from 9th made a good jump back up to there. Artem had an incident, I guess, maybe with Kevin at the start. They both dropped down. Kind of came back. Where's Lucas? He's purple. He started 11th? And that'd be Henning. No. There's too many colours here. Where did Lucas finish in the end? 10th. Oh, he started 7th? How did he end up 7th? I swear he... Did I read in the wrong line? He finished 16th. So how did he start 7th? Unless this is only taking it from the end of lap 1. Then maybe. Yeah, because I think Phil would have started in... No, Handy started in the lead. Yeah. Where does it say Handy is... 16th? Yeah, it's already saying Handy was 14th, yeah. Yeah, the light... Yeah, for some reason they missed... Yeah. End of lap 1. Yeah, it's weird. Well, I'd seen beforehand that sometimes the positions... It started like this, but it still showed from the start, but... Yeah, that's weird. Oh, well. Lap times of blistering speed. Oh, look at those lap times. Eduardo, only 29. Phil not too far off with a 30.0. Then Handy, Mattia, Kevin, Stewart. Kevin fell off quite hard in the race and he really didn't do well. Good in qualifying, but lost a lot. Tim, myself, and Matteo. First 131 in 10th. In the race, I was 10th. With a lap time that was 7 tenths faster than my qualifying lap time. So lap time dropped quite a lot in the race. I guess Slipstream probably played a hand in that. Alexi there, then Matteo, Tim, Handy with the first of the 29s, and Yari, Phil, Mattia, Lucas with a 128. That's kind of nuts. I'm not sure where that came from. I know Eduardo's 127 is because he went in the pits. At the pit line was... The start-finish line would have been before where his pit box was. So he actually would have had a shorter run through into the line. How'd you end the second race? You were slow. That's a good point. You just drove really well. I mean, you weren't that much slower. 130.3, 130.2. So you basically on pace with me. You basically kept your nose clean. That's the Lotus race. Whoops. Yeah, you kept your nose clean. You handled the pressure really well. And, did what you needed to do. Moving chicane. Yeah, it's saying being really fast in the race doesn't mean as much. Especially in races like these, where it's more about racing than it is just doing really fast laps. Here it's all about placing your car in the right place at the right time. Making sure you're not doing silly things that cost you time in silly places. So yeah, because I mean that's how I finished third, despite the fact, you know, a lot of the cars behind me were actually quicker than me over one lap. Yeah, and had I have played my cards a little better, maybe could have swiped it away from the both of you, but I didn't. So I had to settle for third. Yeah, Lotus, however. Ethan with a 159.6. Pretty commanding lead over Matteo. And then Matteo with a decent-sized lead over Eduardo. Then Mattia not too far behind. Yari not too far behind him. Phil a little bit further behind. Surprisingly close to Phil, given how many stumbles I had that race. But very clean from the top 7. No incidents. Few more incidents as we come back here. Basically everyone getting incident points from there on back. Let's not look at results of the Lotus. Yeah, pretty static up front. Matteo and Ethan stayed the same. Mattia and Eduardo had a little bit of a fight. And then Yari made a good jump. Both me and Phil lost the spot. And we basically stayed where we were. Tim gained a spot, gained a load of places on the side and lost them. Max lost a load, came up and then lost again. Stuart was a bit in the wars all the race, but he came out best of that group, so it's good. This white line here, Jean, was in a bit of a battle as well, it seems, and as well as Hanu. I seem to be hanging around, but it paid off. But Topic, you found a car look like the Ridge Racer would be like in real life, the Devel 16. Which car is that? I think I might know what you're on about, but I can't remember what it... Oh! Wait, yeah, it would be the... Oh, it has a different name. It has a different name. Hang on, we'll go through these first and then I'll take a look. Yeah, Ethan in first with that almost, well, a little under 2 seconds. Eduardo very close to Matteo. Right, yeah, see you next week, Stuart. Thanks for racing. Congrats on the win as well. Then Mattia lined up next. That's fine. Then Phil, then myself, Yari, Max with a 2:04. Wow, that lap time jump. Yep, see you, Donny, as well. See you, Stuart. Take care. Yeah, that... Jesus. 2 second lap time difference. And then another second and a bit. Madness. I think in the race he's probably closed up a bit more. Max with a 2:04, Tim with a 2:04, Stuart with a 2:03, me with a 2:03, Phil with a 2:02, Yari 2:01, 2 minutes, 1:59. Yeah, that's not too bad. 5k horsepower overall. Hang on. Ridge Racer. I think it's... I don't think it's called this. No, it's not. Shit. No, it's not this car. Bollocks. I thought it was this one. But this one isn't. I thought it had the double rockets on the back of it. I can't think of what car it is then. I thought I knew. I don't. I don't actually. I don't think Adam's leaving. I think he was more saying bye to the to Stuart and Donny. Yeah, you're still here. Oh yeah, there's a weird thing in Ridge Racer Vita. They added in the Hornet, but for some reason, they like basically kept the model as it was from Daytona USA. So like you just have this really low poly Hornet. The song they made for it was a banger though. What was the car again? The Devel 16. Yeah, I am thinking of the right car, and of course it's not going to give me what I want. What car looks like that, though? I can't think of one. I would have thought this one would have been the closest. But I guess not. You're gonna have to throw me a bone here, Adam. I'm lost. A little brain tear. They're certainly solve. Like, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, everyone has those days at work. Can relate. The Devel 16. I'm saying this is based off a Peugeot 908. That does not look like a Peugeot 908. Oh, you didn't think of it like a 1-to-1. If you didn't think of it of a 1-to-1, are you thinking maybe... I'm being very stupid here. But there you go. It's a car with rockets on the back of it. Oh, okay, just a car you could... You threw me off there. I thought you meant like it was actually... There was a car in Ridge Racer that actually looked like it. You already threw me off. God damn it. There are some really goofy car designs on Ridge Racer. The Terrajin being one of them. But yeah, the Devel 16 could fit. Because even if we go to like the Cronale, which is like the quote-unquote devil car in 7, it looks like this. Can't help but you missed what I said. It looks like this, but it has like the dashboard of like a jet fighter. Actually pretty cool. I could actually just boot the game up and show it. However, the Angelus in Ridge Racer at the top looks like that. Which looks really fucking weird. But in previous games, it just kind of looks more like a sports car. It's like this. I feel like in the PSP and Ridge Racer 5. Which is better than whatever this is supposed to be. Looks like the Agira, I guess. I've got a tattoo, program one livery. Doesn't really look anything like it. Don't know how they got that from, or this from that. They tried, I guess. There's also the, there's this thing. It's like a missile on wheels. Special reverse. Oh, okay. And these, like, the kid versions of Angelus and Cronale are, like, so stupidly fast, it's not even funny. Yeah, it basically is, but it goes like you can't believe in a straight line. It's kind of scary. You know what? Hang on. Let me hook up my controller. We could do a live demo. Unplug the wheel. We don't need that anymore. And people voted for wherever the wind takes us, and this is where the wind is taking us. To the wacky land of Ridge Racer. Alright, hopefully this just works. Tarazi Wild Boar was ahead of its time. Where is it? I haven't actually played this in a while on the PSP. Hopefully I don't ear rape myself with that intro. Okay, we're good. Dang. Where did I put it? There we go. Imagine physically unplugging USBs. I didn't physically unplug them. I had to unscrew my wheel off the table. I have like buttons on the like USB extender. I did have to plug in my controller though. Actually, no, I didn't. No, I did, yeah, because I plugged it in, so I had to unplug it to turn it off. And then I had to plug it back in again. What do I want to do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me just do... Do. You win this round. Haha. Yeah, I do. Put on shuffle. See what we get. Ooh, let's move my chair a little bit. Nothing, apparently. A bar for the future.
3, 2, 1, go!
There you go. Whee. This is how fast this car should be, right? Not doing very good, but... Oh, you son of a bitch. Trying to understeer me into the wall. You know, as you do, 440 kilometers an hour in a car like this. It's realistic, right? There you go. Those silly DRS. Yeah, see? More pure racing than Formula 1. This last lap is going to be ridiculous, though. I fucked that up. The guy's making some of these tracks work for AC. Yeah, I saw they've done like Seaside Route 765. I don't think he's going to do a track like this, though. Or like Downtown Rave City. I mean, he can try, but AC don't like those jumps. So, I'm lapping cars. Slowpokes. Hear that, guys? It was the best race ever. I just fucking love just how stupidly fast it's off the starts. And... boosh! Away it goes. We zoom in. What were those speeds? Yeah, 390 mile or kilometers an hour average on my fastest lap. Ridiculous. Total average of 363. Please select a course. Yeah, actually, let me quickly switch this over. Kill that, and then... No, I don't want to update our PCS3. Shut up. Hopefully this works and it doesn't crash on me. I need to find my window capture. There we go. Voila. Hopefully this works. I have the buttons inverted. Ah. Where is it? There's some really silly cars in the special here. Yeah. Limo. AC's become best of collection other games for better or for worse. I can't buy any? Shit. Yeah, it kind of has become a best-of.
Tires and suspension parts.
Here we go. Limo versus land speed record car. I didn't get a good start. sheet.
See you at the finish line.
Oh, that's really snappy. I need to go. Ooh. Oh, what the hell? I almost have triple boost already. Alright. We can do the funny. Excuse me? I'm getting left in the dust here. I guess we can do it. Let's kind of chug it a little bit. Ooh. So yeah, now your average limo can just do 200 mile an hour without boost, right? With a whole rocket array stashed in the boot as well. This car is so stupid. I literally can't see anything. From arcades like Grid Transition Forza Ridge Race initially, even with Sims like Racer 17, but even ACC, yeah. That boost lasted longer than I thought it did. I mean, in a way, AC has become what R Factor 1 used to be. I feel like... Oh, shit. It is the R Factor sequel that R Factor 2 couldn't be. A fictional, like, Knight Rider or Speed Racer, yeah. Oh. I couldn't see. I couldn't see again. I'm gonna lose this. It might be close. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's got boost. Son of a bitch. That's the wrong button.
The rate at which the nitrous gauge charges depends on the sharpness of the corners. Drifting on straights is not very effective, so try to perform.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that we got, like, basically everything and anything in AC. And as I've long said, my rule for AC mods is always less of does it exist and more of is there a good quality version of it. Because I think that is the unfortunate truth. You can find basically everything for AC, but actually finding a good recreation of what you're looking for, sometimes... Oh, shit. Sometimes be harder than finding a needle in a haystack, so... That one even has Group 7 Class GT you can race against other Canon cars. Oh, for Speed Racer? It's pretty cool. You call an SRS pod amount not optimal? No, it's terrible. Does dinosaur count as realistic enough? You know what? You've got me there. We don't know what a realistic dinosaur actually looked like. We can guess, but we never know. T-Rex may have been able to have glided. I'm doing so badly here. Could somebody save me from my chronic skill issue? Magic. Yep. Hello, Slat. How's it going? Yeah, Ridge Racer? Yep. Ridge Racer 7. I'm driving pretty badly at the moment. I'm rusty. I used that a little early. Slipstream. See, Ridge Racer is definitely a sim, right? We have Slipstream. R Factor 2 doesn't have Slipstream. That means R Factor 2 is actually just... Well, actually, in some cars. But see, every car in Ridge Racer... Oh, fuck, I fucked this up. Every car in Ridge Racer is Slipstream. Therefore, Ridge Racer is actually more realistic than R Factor 2, confirmed. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The facts the R Factor 2 fanboys don't want you to hear. Is that we had better physics back in 2007. Get out of here, bitch.
Congratulations on winning a one-on-one battle.
Bonk. Winner. Yeah. We didn't do shit. Or we did. I shouldn't have won that, but I did. Switch back to a proper car. On some cars there isn't. I don't know why. I think there was some bug that caused them to turn it off. But some cars like GT3s and the likes don't have Slipstream. And it's really dumb. But it is how it is, so... You know what? I want pain. So we're gonna try this. And I'm probably gonna lose. But who cares?
Welcome to Highland Cliff.
3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go.
Hit the triple. Out of my way, back scratcher. Damn, he got in my way. He's in my way again! I'm pushing him. That was a waste. An R35X Celica? Yeah, kinda. Remember that I got the car handling really nice, because you can... There's like sort of tune-up options in this game, so you can kind of change how these cars handle a bit. I think I got rammed by someone with a boost there. We just got like a sudden burst of speed, and I heard like a rocket in the background. Might have been the Terrigen sneaking up on me. Game reminds you of Asphalt 8. A lot better than Asphalt 8, I'll tell you that much. Oh, I overdid that. Yeah, it is very fun. Very easy game to pick up and play, but it's very tricky to master. One of those kind of games. Shouldn't it be the other way around? What do you mean? Oh, I fucked it up. Damn, she just said I got owned. Wow, rude. I need to make some, like, giga comeback here. Otherwise I'm gonna lose. I might time that perfectly. Oh. Not quite. Doing better. Maybe, but if he hasn't played Ridge Racer... A lot of people haven't played Ridge Racer, so... I fucked it up. Music is very loud as well. I wasn't expecting it to be that loud. Gotta be careful with some of these, because I think some of these are like... Yeah, some of these are actually copyrighted. Oh, Pac-Man song. The Pac-Man song is gonna make me win this race. You heard it here first. I just love the style of this game as well. It takes itself kind of seriously for an arcade racer, but like it's more I think it works. Like it doesn't take itself so seriously that it like sabotages fun. It kind of creates, like, it sounds weird to say this, but it's a racing game that doesn't have a proper story but has world building. Like, that sounds really backward at first, but it's kind of what they were able to achieve here. Like Moss moves based on music. I'll be honest, I didn't notice that. So you're paying more attention than I am to the music. Then again, I think it's only when I do the big boost. And then, I don't know, that might be a recording thing. Oh no, I guess, yeah. When I do the big boost, it does take away. But it's only when I do the triple. Weird, NPC Monstrous, he sometimes opens his boosts and then just puts it away. Yeah, I'm playing on emulator. Okay, yeah. Alright, final lap. I gotta go full send here. I hit the wall. Nope. Oh my god, that's loud. Oh, I could use the slipstream though. He fucked up. Holy shit, Kunale is so far ahead. I might not catch him before the end. Ah, I'm gonna lose again. No! Man cheesed me. Fucking spun over the line. That's my trick. How dare they? I'll give this one more try. This race is pretty difficult though. So, hence why I'm struggling a bit. I'm also really rusty. I haven't played this game in a while. So where some like Ridge Racer Pro comes in, it's like hat noob skill issue. And it's like, yeah, shut up. Never ironic, but I'm trying harder for this race than I did on the bloody Lotus race earlier. Not a bad spot to be in, though. Oh, I hit that wall a little bit. Little cheeky drift. Oh, base cruiser in my way. Arms after seeing me play, he probably cringed pretty hard. Oh my god, big old gangbang here though. There's cars everywhere. It's like the Trabant race all over again. There we go, last lap. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Actually, it's good that the base cruiser got such a push from me because I can use it for slipstream. I actually remember seeing a time attack battle or a time attack like world record run, and basically they were just like pushing each other the whole way around the track. It was kind of ridiculous. Gonna get enough? Nope. Gonna boost the cover off. Hey, there we go. Whew. Drive was a little rough, but I managed to take first place. Fuck you, woman. Fuck you. These things are Chip never had a PlayStation, he kind of missed on many titles. Yeah, I had PS2, then was a very late adopter of the PS3. And, but we didn't have a lot of money back then, so couldn't afford a lot of the games. Mostly just got whatever was in the bargain bin. Which was great at the end of the PS2's lifespan, because you could buy literally anything for like £1. So this first lap was terrible. But yeah, I missed out on a lot. And that's one thing I'm quite happy about now. Now that I got money, and I have a lot more independence, because back then I used to have to share my console with my brother, or whatever console. It was shared between me and my brother, and my sister, but she didn't really play on it much. But now that I have my own dedicated gaming device, and I have money, You know, I'm able to play a lot of games that I missed out on, which is pretty cool. First games on 360, GTA 4, Assassin's Creed 1, Need for Speed Undercover, later got Burnout Paradise. Fair enough. My first game on the PS3, I think, was Modern Warfare 3, because we got it with I got like a Modern Warfare 3 bundle. I guess it's pretty crazy here, with all the cars bunched up. It's kind of hard to do things when you're getting like pushed around from all corners. But when all the AI are in like really fast cars, you can't really get rid of them. Yeah, on the PlayStation 2, which was like our first proper console, one of the first ever games I think we got was Gran Turismo 3. At least Gran Turismo 3 and Simpsons Hit and Run are basically my Antoka Race Driver 3 are probably the 3 games I remember most from the PS2 era. Those are definitely the ones I held in the highest regard over my childhood. Toka came a bit later, because my mum bought my dad a copy of Gran Turismo 4, but it broke, so she got it swapped for Toka Race Driver 3, which actually, in my opinion, was better. It was the better move, actually, you know. I already had Gran Turismo 3, so I already had a Gran Turismo experience, and, you know, being able to have a game that wasn't... Well, have another game that was very different was pretty cool. I definitely like that. I mean, heck, it became one of my favorite games on the PlayStation. Why is the screen just blank now? I guess because PC is blah, 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 is still open. My PC does not want to do anything though now. Doesn't want to close. Sheep. Oh, there you go. It just closed. And very few valid copies of 360 games. Forza Motorsport 2 and Time Shift were great. 99 Nights, not so much. Fair enough. Yeah, the amount of, like... One thing I never knew about until, like, recently is, like, how prolific, like, pirated markets are in, like, some other countries. Like, I know in, like, Southeast Asia, you can go into, like, shops and buy, like, pirated stuff, and it's like, what the hell? They come at, like, pretty hugely discounted rates, but, like... You're buying stuff that the people never really had access to themselves. Well, you know what? I don't know if this is going to stream well. But I just remembered. I have Ridge Racer at home. Let me stop this. Hopefully this works. Game capture. Maybe. I don't know if this is working. I don't think it is. There we go. Oh, that's very stretched. Actually, yeah, I think that's how it should be. For some reason on mine it's not. But we have Ridge Racer at home. My control's not going to work anymore. Okay, I might Might be buggered here. Crap, I think I might be. Let me... Whoop. Close that. Reopen it. Single player. Okay. Oh, this is a problem. Oh, my controller doesn't want to work. I can't bother to set this up again. Either way, Screamer 2 is pretty cool. It's Ridge Racer at home, but it kind of works. It's very old, though. Very old. It's like 19... Does the Steam store page tell me? 1996. Guess I could probably quickly bring up the... Of course that doesn't want to show. God damn it. Oh, if I do... Waha. There you go. You could see the chat now on screen, but you know, it doesn't matter. Most Japanese games I played didn't even have English dubs. But this game is pretty cool. It's as I said, Ridge Racer from at home, but it's probably the closest thing people were going to get on PC back then to a Ridge Racer game. Boop. It's pretty fun. I didn't give it a 5.6 out of 10. You speaking of games though that didn't or aren't in English, I actually back in the day I had a copy of the first Transformers movie game on the PS2, and for some reason it was in French. I had a French copy of the game. Where the fuck that came from, I have no clue. Because the weird thing is I wasn't living in England at the time, I was living in Spain. So a Spanish copy of the game or an English copy of the game, fair enough. A French copy, however? I don't understand. Like, I never understood a single word that was being said in that game because I didn't know French. And so, like, I just kind of guessed my way through it. Yeah, you guys play it too on Xbox 360, yeah. I thought it was a pretty decent game. It's a game I probably should revisit someday, but not in French. That's for sure. Not in French. I could do of anything but that. Again, I don't even know where the hell that copy came from. We just had it. Not a way I willingly play games in different languages in a trend. What do you mean by that? I know people who play Skyrim. Yeah, but that's just called weebs. That's just called weebs. Weebs will put everything into Japanese because they believe it sounds better because it's Japanese. That's what they claim. But they think everything that comes from Japan is better, so... That's where it caveat falls. Yeah, some people learn English of all the games. Yeah, I've heard some people have learned English through playing video games. Which is kind of bewildering to me, but I guess if it works, it works. Yeah, I mean, when you speedrun games in a different language, that's because of funny speedrun stuff. So, yeah. I mean, have you listened to Spanish people talk? As someone who lived there for a few years, sheesh, they chat like mad. They are speedy talkers. So I'm not surprised it's the faster language for speedrunning. I think I remember seeing one game where they were like playing it in like German or something because it was faster or something. Yeah, when it comes to speedrunning, just don't question it. Ow, I just whacked the microphone. I think that's usually my train of logic, is just accept. At least stands better, at least for story quests. I can't stand the open in English. I don't know, I think the English sounds fine. And I mean, you've played so much of the damn game, you've probably heard it 7 million times that it's just drilled into your head. So basically, anything sounds probably better, because it's different. I've seen a person with Minecraft. Minecraft has the best language, though, as pirate speak. Definitely a serious language, I swear. Not one they made up for the funnies. Need for Speed Carbon with Japanese dub. No, but it's... I mean, Carbon is like... It's very cringe and campy and normally, so... I think... I can see it working. Tokuru play. Yeah, and I mean, I guess when you're speedrunning a game, you probably get bored and just decide to mix the game up in any way possible. Because you know the game like the back of your hand. You know, basically everything that's going on. And you play... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Spot the initial D, fanboy. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. It's dedication. It's dedication, but is the cause noble? I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. Ignoring the entire game for a reference. Sheesh. No, I think as I've grown older, my perspectives and thoughts and viewpoints on video games has changed quite a lot. I think. What's the BGM now? Take a guess where it's from. Damn, this doesn't even list the artist who did it. Damn, they'd be slipping. It's a bit of a banger. This game actually had a really good soundtrack. Shame you can't really... No, not One Gun Midnight. I said guess the game because it's blatantly obvious. Well, not the exact game, but more the franchise. I don't expect you to know the exact game. Maybe? I don't know. For me, I more like the... You guessed it. You guessed wrong though. It's Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer Vita. It's a song called Super Acceleration. I think it was made by... Do I have any of his music else in here? I need to remember his name. I think it was made by Hiroshi Okubo. I could be wrong. But yeah, Super Acceleration from the Ridge Racer Vita soundtrack. Ridge Racer Vita soundtrack in general is a bit of a banger. As well as the 20th anniversary mix they did. But yeah, as I was gonna say, One Gun, when I think of like One Gun soundtrack, I'm more thinking the older games. 1, 2, and 3. They had more of like a trancey beat to them. I really like that actually. The sound you don't hear a lot, especially these days. Trance is kind of like fallen by the wayside. So it's quite a... I guess it's very much an of the era soundtrack. But, you know, given that I grew up in the 2000s, I'm basically all over corny 2000s stuff. Yeah, it's Ridge Racer, yeah. Find trance a bit hard, can't really mix it with much. I guess. But I think basically... I don't know. I think it sounds good on its own. But then again, the music I listen to rarely matches up with the games I'm playing when I'm listening to my own music. Which I guess this is my own music, but... Let's just get a little bit of background set dressing up, though. Shoot up. Yes, discard. Right, hopefully this just works and the game doesn't fall over on me and explode. This is a fun race. Is it showing? It's not showing. Do I make music? No. Racing games maybe for car customization. No, I don't make music. Why does this not want to show? Oh, I know why. Because I didn't start this up as administrator. I was going to show a pretty cool replay from NR 2003, just to kind of have some background set dressing, but I then remembered that, because I have to run NR 2003 as admin. It, shits bricks. Oh well, I have to run OBS as admin to be able to hook onto it. Otherwise it just shows nothing. Which is kind of annoying. Sounds something straight out of Maxim tune. I guess it could come out of the later Maxi tunes, but no, it's very... To me, it's very Ridge Racer, but I'm familiar with the Ridge Racer soundtrack, so... Ridge Racer soundtrack goes a lot of places. Because, like, Ridge Racer 4, which is, like, the main one you hear in the background of my live streams, is quite mellow. Which is quite fitting of the gameplay, because the gameplay back then, Ridge Racer was a fair bit slower. Back in the Type 4 era. But as we moved forward, the games got faster and faster. And you saw then, I was easily, like, eclipsing 200 mile an hour in my cars. Like it was nothing. So... I do have a song. It's not... it's one of these... Yeah, this is sort of more what I think of when I think of Maxi Tune. This isn't a Maxi Tune song, but... sort of more close to what I think of. Some game called Enthusia Professional Racing. Game sucks, don't bother playing it, but the soundtrack's good. I have a lot of it downloaded, but I don't really use it for the streams much because I feel like it's I feel like it's maybe a bit too, like, intense. There are a lot of songs that are quite heavy on the strings. Which, I don't know. It feels a bit strange having, like, all of that come in as I'm, like, just racing a Trabant. Or something, you know. I say Richard, I think of more clunky songs like RR4. Yeah. Fair enough. I can't mistake you for that. That's definitely the more iconic bit of the soundtrack. Albeit more clunky. Is that really can you really describe a song as clunky? I don't think I've ever heard that description before. For a piece of music. Nonetheless. It's not a good reason to exist. I mean, they tried. It just wasn't very fun. What they came up with. So obviously this was the era where everyone was trying to make a Gran Turismo killer. Given that Gran Turismo 3 and 4 were so damn successful. And we discover half the lyrics. Well, they're not really. See, if I played a song like this on the live stream, I don't know, I feel like it feels a bit off. Kinda goes hard, but like... having like dramatic violins playing. It feels a bit weird. Oh yeah. Sounds like an idle anime OST. I have no clue what those would sound like. To me this more sounds like kind of like a boss theme. I guess maybe in a more Japanese styled game. Because it is quite eccentric. See how it fits in with this, though. When it loads. God, yeah. There's so many cars clogging up this server that it always takes forever to load. I see you saying about the the series getting removed from the historic results. I noticed that too. I think it makes sense though. Here we go. Get rid of that. Speed. This car is fucking ridiculous. I don't know why. I never really tested this for like... I remember like years ago I did a test. I was curious to see what the fastest car in a straight line is in base AC. And I always just thought it was the Lotus 98T. And I was like... I didn't think anything could beat it. And I don't know why I never tested this car. Because this car smashes it out of the park. Easily. It's ridiculous how fast this thing is in a straight line. It's also really hard to drive. So thank fuck Le Mans is like a lot of straights. Isn't this the car that ruined Group 7? Yes. Yes, it is. And well, I think you can see the reason why. We eclipsed on the... Before the first chicane, I hit 240 miles an hour. For reference, that's the same speed a modern Indy car is achieving as it enters Turn 1 at Indianapolis. That's fucking quick. Like, it's insane. Like, there's two 962s ahead of me. I'm about to walk past them on this straight like they're nothing. And the 962 is not a slouch. I mean, these are both the short tail, so they're a bit slower in a straight line than the long tail. But they're still very quick. And I'm just gonna go... Oh yeah, I got a wheelie off that curb. Look at that, just easily. I go around the outside of this one, voila. Cleared him into the corner. I almost get killed here, though. Watch. Whoop. Oh, hey. Almost collected and murdered. Short tail jump scare, yeah. I heard him in the voice chat just being like, oh no, and I see a red arrow, I'm like, huh, I nearly died. And if I go on board, you'll see how much I'm having to fight this thing. Look at these inputs. You can see our throttle trace, right? I think so. Oop. Yeah, look at those inputs. It's just so damn powerful. I mean, this is 100% turbo. In the race, I shortened it a little bit because otherwise I would have blown up before the race. I did do a couple of laps at full boost towards the end, though, because I had to beat Nick. Nick was in the 919, and I beat him in the end. But if I jump to here... 240 mile an hour. Just ridiculous. So go over to here. Yeah, 240. Bit bigger. Like, that is so ridiculously fast. And I could have made, if I had just like a big long straight, I probably could have made this car go even faster. But I had to put some consideration into turning and stopping. So it kind of held me back from just going absolute full blast. It's like about joining, but decided not to because I didn't want to try and fail. I think you would have been fine. There was a good mixture of cars on the grid. I can quickly run through them. 917. There you go. Immediately something different. 911 GD3 Cup. Moby Dick. 911 GD1. Oh, the connection problems, yeah. 919 Hybrid, another Moby Dick. 962 Short Tail. 962. That's fair enough. Yeah, no. With the connection stuff, yeah, you can't do anything about that. That's understandable. Whew. Anyways, enough stupid ramblings. I think I'm going to wrap the stream up here. I always find it funny, actually, that I end these streams off with thank you to everyone who showed up and raced. When I'm, like, looking at the stream dashboard, and I can tell that everyone who raced is already gone. Because I've waffled my ass off until they've all left. Or until they've all left the stream. But, if anyone's still around from the races, it dares to move away is when I posted the last race I fully enjoyed. Funny how those work out, eh? Yeah. If anyone's showing around, well, I can't English anymore. If anyone who's still around who was showing up to the races, thanks for racing. And thanks to everyone who watched as well. Even if you lurked, took part in the chat, whatever. It was nice. Nice little stream. We just kind of went as the crow flew at the end there. And had a bit of fun. Still shame that there is no more 10 PM series in SRS. Love to get those back, but yeah. I guess he doesn't. He thought that slot was basically dead. Next week, Spa in Donnie's series. That should be interesting. First proper test of the car. Then the double at Road Atlanta. I need to make sure that Road Atlanta for the Trabant is the short course, because at the moment it's showing the full track. But yeah, we'll see. Still gonna show up for streams and occasionally commentate. Yeah, that's fair enough. You do you. You do you. Anyways, all. Thanks again for being here, and I will see you next week. Adios.